According to that, in this infographic segment, I would like to present to you some data regarding economic partnership between Indonesia and the Netherlands. The first one is about investment value of Netherlands to Indonesia from 2015 to 2019. As you can see, the trend quite fluctuative. In 2015, the number of investment value of Netherlands to Indonesia reached 1.3 billion US dollar. The number keeps on increasing in 2017 to 1.48 billion US dollar, but in 2018 the number was decreased quite significant to only 0.94 billion US dollar, but in 2019 the number of investment from Netherlands to Indonesia increased to 2.59 billion US dollar. The Netherlands will inject funds of 1 billion US dollar for 3 projects in Indonesia based on the agreement between Indonesia's President Joko Widodo and Dutch King Willem-Alexander on Tuesday. The projects are the development of a terminal at Tanjung Priok Port, the construction of the Frisian flag milk factory, and Shell's investment in the downstream and oil and gas sector. Regardless of the agreement, Dutch investment in Indonesia has always reached around 1 billion US dollar in the past 5 years. In fact, its value has jumped to 2.6 billion US dollar over the past year. So how about the number of projects had been realized by Netherlands to Indonesia? Let's see the next data. In 2015, the number of projects that had been realized by the Netherlands to Indonesia as much as 421 projects. In 2016, 554. In 2017, 871 projects. And in 2018, 840 projects only. But in 2019, the numbers of projects that had been realized by the Netherlands to Indonesia as much as 1,347. This one is taken from Minister of Trade and BKPM's data. International Relations Observer from Pajajaran University in Bandung, Teguh Reza Shah, said Indonesia should use the momentum of the visit of the King of the Netherlands to optimize short-term cooperation or the next 5 years. For the medium terms, 10 to 15 years, Reza Shah hopes that the government will successfully involve the Netherlands to support the Fulcrum Maritime Plan that has long been proclaimed by President Joko Widodo. And how about the trade value between the two countries? Let's see the next data. This is trade value of Indonesia and Netherlands. In 2015, the number of trade as much as 4,227.39 million US dollar. The number was decreased in 2016 to 3,978.53. But as you can see, in 2018, Indonesia and Netherlands obtained the trade value as much as 5,135.84 million US dollar. The Netherlands is one of Indonesia's most important trade partners in Europe. Efforts are currently underway to further boost that trade relation. The port of Rotterdam and Schiphol Airport have been the main entry points for Indonesian products into the European Union. Similarly, Dutch companies have seen Indonesia as their gateway to the larger ASEAN market, which is home to more than 500 million people. The Netherlands becoming one of the main partners in terms of investment. Let's see the next data. This is 5 countries with the biggest investment value in Indonesia. The Netherlands holds the position in number 5 with a total of investment as much as 2.6 billion US dollar in 2019. Hong Kong 2.9 billion US dollar, Japan 4.3 billion US dollar, China 4.7 billion US dollar, and Singapore 6.5 billion US dollar. Singapore is still the country with the largest investment to Indonesia in 2019. The investment value of Singapore reaches 6.5 billion US dollar with 7,020 projects. This figure contributed 23.1% of the total investment value to Indonesia. But the investment from Singapore declined by 29% from 2018, which amounted to 9.2 billion US dollar. And talking about commodities that had been, becoming the number 1 commodities for Indonesia to the Netherlands. Herbs and spices becoming the main commodities. Let's see some facts about it. This is facts on Indonesia's herbs and spices export to Netherlands. The first fact is Netherlands is Indonesia's potential market for herbs and spices, and Netherlands imported as much as 12.6 million US dollar. Or Indonesia actually, in the second quarter, Indonesia exported as much as 12.6 million US dollar herbs and spices to the Netherlands. And Indonesia supplies 47.2% of cinnamon of Netherlands' total import. And Indonesia's main herbs and spices commodities are cinnamon, white and black pepper, nutmeg, vanilla, ginger, turmeric, and bay leaves. Indonesia and Netherlands, both countries share a special relationship embedded in their shared history of colonial interactions for centuries. It began during the spice trade as the Netherlands established the Dutch East Indies Company called VOC Trading Post in what is now Indonesia before colonizing it as the Dutch East Indies until the mid of 20th century. Indonesia was the largest former Dutch colony. In the early 21st century, the Dutch government has committed to boosting its relationship with Indonesia, noting that economic, political, and interpersonal contacts should be further strengthened. And stay tuned on Market Headlines because we'll be right back after the break.